what should I do today? Let's see, get some ideas. Maybe later. I want that plane first. Maybe later. I already made one some months ago. Maybe later. This one is here. Need to remove this. Oh, the Messerschmitt 262. I know that Brick Menu recently made one. Perhaps I can make one too, but following with my own design. But I want to make something different. I don't want to make a German fighter. I want to make something unique. I remember that I saw a documentary some years ago about the Japanese jet fighter.
Germany and Japan increasingly turn to the creation of wonder weapons. Planes like the world's first operational jet fighter, the Messerschmitt Me-262. Japan also planned to build a version of the Me-262. It was to be called the Karyu, or Fire Dragon.
Let's see. I just need a few airplane parts, some green parts, lots of Japanese culture. And here it is. Hey guys, it's Simon once again, and today I have a brand new Lego jet fighter. Some days ago Brick Menu released their version of the famous Messerschmitt 262 jet fighter, which was the first operational jet fighter in the world, and I wanted to make a fighter like they made, but I didn't want to make the same plane. I wanted to make a similar version, and I decided to make the Nakajima Ki-201 Karyu, which is the Japanese somehow based version of the Messerschmitt 262. It's not a complete copy, which we can, if you go to the internet, and you'll see that there's plenty of information saying that this plane was a copy of the 262. It wasn't. It was about 10% bigger. It had weaker engines because the Japanese never developed high power engines like the Germans did. They just tried to copy the German ideas, and the result was this one. They never completed one. It was about halfway complete by the time that Japan surrendered. But it's really interesting to consider what might have happened if they had like 2 squadrons of them operating, because by the time of the end of the war, because they were extremely fast, and they could have been a huge nightmare for the American bomber crews. So let's see the model in greater detail. I tried to copy the idea from Brick Menu for the frontal landing gear. The frontal retractable landing gear is pretty much the same idea that they designed. So the wheel turns and then falls back inside with a total of 6 movable parts to close completely landing gear. And I'm going to show you guys. Landing gear is completely retractable. I just open the well. Now it turns just like the Brick Menu model. These are brand new parts, so they are quite stiff to move. And there's also these two, the main landing gear. I need to replace these green parts with light gray parts someday, eventually. And the cockpit has enough room for the pilot. It's here. Very easy to put inside. And it has a total of 6 controllable surfaces. No, 7. Because the rudder also moves 2 on wings, 2 here, and 2 more here on the back. I also got another idea from Brickmania. This area here from the connection between the wings and the fuselage, it's pretty much the same idea. It's a very good one, I give you that. So I had to add this model. I also got some inspiration from other Messerschmitts which are on the internet right now. One was made by Lego Woolly. I got some ideas for the fuselage, but most of the ideas that I got came from another Messerschmitt made by a great friend of mine from Denmark, Henrik Jensen. Hi Henrik, nice to see you again. And so I got some ideas from his fighter, especially the engines and the tail. And it comes quite well with another jet fighter. Not jet fighter, it's a rocket fighter that I made some years ago. The Messerschmitt 163 Comet, which was also made in Japan. It was the J8M Shusui. They actually tested one. It was a disaster, so the war ended before they could launch more. And so that's it. I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to visit my Flickr page and subscribe. Thank you and see you next time. What do we do when we have a brand new Japanese jet fighter and so many American warships? We make a kamikaze attack.